Everybody, today's dish is going to be yellow rice or saffron rice. Ingredients needed are going to be some onions, pimento pepper, scallion, garlic, some chopped up bell peppers, rice, oil. I'm using avocado oil. You can use whichever of your liking. Some salt, black pepper, crushed red pepper flakes. This is optional. I just like a little bit of a kick, so you can leave that out if you're not into the spice. And some saffron powder. Now, in Trinidad we call saffron turmeric and we call turmeric saffron. So it actually is turmeric powder that we'll be using today, just as a note. Let's get started. Get yourself a nice big pot for this. Start heating up your pot on a medium or low flame. Your pot gets nice and hot. I'm gonna go in with some oil. I'm gonna just add a little bit more. Some safflower since it seems to be dying out. Switch burners there. My flame was not doing what I wanted to, so my oil is pretty much nice and hot. I'm turning it down to low. I'm gonna go in with all of my fresh seasonings. I'm gonna leave the garlic for last because that tends to cook the fastest. So we'll just throw everything in. Garlic can go in last. And mix that into the oil. You want to let this go for a minute or maybe 2 minutes until the seasonings get nice and tender. I'm going to go in with my bell peppers. And I'm just going to see that little bit of water there. I'm just going to scoop them out so that none of that excess water gets into the pot. Okay, and then mix it in. And I'm gonna give this another saute for about just 1 minute. Give that a little mix there. And then I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of that saffron powder or the turmeric powder, and I'm going to mix that in with all of these seasonings and mix it in extremely well. You kind of essentially want to coat your veggies with that saffron or the turmeric. Let that toast for a little bit, maybe 45 seconds. And then I'm going to go in with my rice. I have 2 cups of rice here. Usually I would wash it, but for this dish I do not. And now you're just going to stir that in. So allow that yellow color, that saffron and turmeric, to coat your rice. Already you can see how pretty this rice is looking. So I did use 2 cups of rice, so I am going to add 2 cups of water to the dish. And I'm going to pour that in, 2 cups of water. Mix. And feel free to add a little bit more water if that works for you. This pot tends to cook the rice a little bit faster, so I use less water. Now I'm going to go in with those dry seasonings. So I'm going to add my black pepper. The salt. And a little bit of the red pepper flakes for a kick of spice. And mix. Now I could add a little bit more water, but I'm just going to wash this as it goes. I'm going to allow this to bring itself to a boil. And when it does start boiling, I'm going to turn my heat down to low. Okay, as you can see, it's boiling. So I'm going to turn my heat down to low, the lowest I can get it, and I'm going to just cover this. It can go from anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes depending on your pot. So we're just going to check on it in about that much time and see what we need, if we need more water or not. Okay, so it has been 20 minutes. So we're going to take a look at it now, see how it's going. Alright, give it a nice stir. So it is pretty much ready. And there you have it, yellow rice, saffron rice.